Femke Bol and Lieke Klaver contested the mixed event earlier on, got Netherlands through, not involved in the women's events. Italy go in 5. Canada are in, Canada in 5. Lane 4 will be Switzerland. Then come India. And on the inside of lane 2 will be Zambia. So 4x4, again, as we mentioned earlier on, we are getting these team declarations minutes before they are appearing on the screen. So off the top of my head there, I didn't notice anybody who ran earlier on in the mixed who's back for this DAF. I mean, they've had an hour and a half or so's turnaround. I mean, if there was anybody doubling up, is that a manageable time frame for 2 400s in a night?
I think it's in the beginning of the season, it's very difficult to do both. Like, it's a very short time. You don't have time to recover, and you need to go tomorrow again. I think that's one of the most important things. It's maybe they can do it in one time, but tomorrow again, it's difficult. I think it's too hard for your body in the beginning of the season to do that.
Well, in this heat, the fastest team on paper in the road to Paris, if you like, the qualification window, which has been going since the end of December. It's worth pointing out as well, there are 14 places in the Olympics available over these 2 days here in the Bahamas. There are 2 more places in the Olympics which will be decided on the fastest times that the teams have posted in that qualification window, which is, as I say, from the end of 2022 up till the end of June this year. And on the rankings at the moment, there are some of the teams, for example, India in this heat are number 17 on that list at the moment. So there's a few that, if they certainly don't get themselves in the top 2, trying to improve their time and get themselves up the timing list, because there are 2 places that will be available. Italy, well, they are 7th on that list at the moment, so they won't have any problems, you wouldn't have thought, in getting through here. But Netherlands are the fastest team in the qualification window so far, and when you've got the likes of Femke Bol and Lieke Klaver and others who you can call on, obviously not in this quartet, then it's no real surprise to see them at the top of the rankings. But they'll have Evelina Solberg to Merte van der Schoot to Lisanne de Witte, Kathleen Peters on the final leg for Netherlands. Australia, Alana Jukic, there's their opening leg runner, Bendera Aboya. Ellie Beer on their second leg has run 51.5 this year. So Australia have had a good night so far. Call room, Great Britain getting ready. There's Lena Nielsen there. We saw Lavia Nielsen in the mixed relay earlier on. Lena Nielsen, her twin sister. Looks like she's lining up in this, well, I can tell you she is lining up in this women's event, along with
Dominican Republic.
Some of her teammates. Nicole Morgan there. Dominican Republic. Also getting ready.
Hello.
Czech Republic. That's the live action in the call room, behind the scenes. That is the scene at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium here, which has been redeveloped. It's had plenty of money put into it over the course of the last few months to get it ready for this event. And here we go then with heat 1 of 4 in the women's 4x400 meters. 7 teams lining up. Australia on the outside, Bendera Aboya, Zambia on the inside. Again, looking at the form book and the relative strength of the quartets. Lanes 5, 6, 7 probably the ones to keep your eye on here. Canada there, with Shira leading them off. Commonwealth gold medalist from 2022 as well.
On your marks.
Italy and Netherlands. Still a bit of a breeze, which the athletes will feel into their face as they enter the back straight. Doesn't feel quite as gusty as it was earlier on in the evening in the first hour or so. Away we go then in Olympic. Italy, who will get the baton across first. That stagger will unwind after the first bend. Italy, Australia, Canada, and the Netherlands, the 1, 2, 3, 4 as they embark on the second leg. Italy, Iomida Folarunza has the baton for them. Canada with Ayana Stevern. Australia, Ellie Beer. And for the Netherlands here, it's Merte van der Schoot.
It's one of her first big competition, so it's for her it's very good experience to be with these girls because these are very experienced. But she's a little bit far away. She needs to build up to them. So I hope she will have a little bit more in the last 100 meters. But it's very close in the first three.
Another very strong Australian leg from Ellie Beer in third position at the moment, but making good progress. Might even get the baton away first time for Canada and Italy with Giancarlo Trevisan, and Netherlands have got 10 metres to find here with the very experienced Lizana de Witte, who I guess will know exactly how to handle this situation, Daphne.
Yeah, but you see, Australia is really very good. Like, oh, she's a little bit hotter.
India are the ones charging for the back of the field, by the way, at the moment. Jyota Sridandi is the one closing on the Netherlands. But up front, it's Canada and Italy in those two places at the moment. The danger for Australia and for Netherlands is that these two are going to sneak away here. But Australia still battling with Michaela Saladianakos, Constantine and Trevisan. For Canada and Italy, Netherlands and India not completely out of it yet. But a bit to do for them on the final leg. Canada with Alyssa Marsh take over. They lead by 3 or 4 metres from Alice Mangione of Italy, and a blazing start to that leg by Canada's Alyssa Marsh has opened up nearly 10 metres very quickly on Italy. Australia prowling. Alana Jukic has the baton for them in third position, and the Netherlands in fourth with Katalin Peters, who is chipping away at those in front.
And see that gap in just 200 meters. That's crazy. So I hope she will make it to the finish line and not too early, because she's really good, but it's still 100 meters to go. Australia is coming closer and closer.
Alyssa Marsh committed for Canada, and she's hanging on at the moment. Italy and Canada are away. Italy are going to come past with Mangione to take it. And Alyssa Marsh starting to tread water, but she's got enough of an advantage despite the fast finishing Dutch and Australia as well. And Italy and Canada see it over the line. Kathleen Peters bringing the Netherlands home with Australia. But a good run from Italy and Canada. Well, the job was to finish in the top two. They did that, but Alyssa Marsh might have started to wonder with 80 metres to go whether she'd gone too hard.
Yeah, the lactic was coming, but she made it to the finish line, so that's a good.
Excellent performance from that experienced Canadian quartet, as I mentioned. Had those 4th place finishes at the last 3 global championships. But Italy, very efficient job. They have passport from Paradise to 25 is that window. I think that would be a window seat. Anyway, Netherlands and Australia will come back tomorrow in the women's 4x4. Interesting selection now for the Netherlands. Femke Bol and Lieke Klaver got the mixed team through earlier on, so I think you can pretty much bet your house, Daphne, that they will be in the women's 4x4 team tomorrow with work still to do.
I think they will change one of the girls for Lieke Klaver or Femke Bol tomorrow, because of course they want to go to the Olympics, so they need to. And you can see if they're both not in the mix, then it's difficult. But ooh, that was close.
Oh yeah.
But that's the difficult thing of the 4x4. You need to finish, you have the lactic, you are tired, and there are other countries coming in your back, so it's a difficult thing. Just, I think you need to stay in your lane and see what happens around you.
Yeah, I think the ideal is that you maintain your racing line, don't you, and don't sort of, as you say, with wobbly legs, it can be pretty hard to keep yourself in a straight line when you've just completed that 400 metres, but slow motion shots with some colourful local decoration in the background of Alice Mangione, who brings Italy home, qualifies them for the Olympic Games. Canada will be there again. Netherlands, well, they will have to wait and see. They've got the power to bring in tomorrow. World champions, of course, indoors and out, Netherlands. I hadn't mentioned that fact earlier on. So here we are, the jeopardy of the world relays. The world champions at the moment are not through. So some more further timing information here. This is a little look at how those legs unfolded for each of those races, and the purple highlighted ones are the fastest on each leg. So the Italian team led out by Rebecca Borgia, the quickest on the opening leg. I mentioned a top quality second leg from Ellie Beer of Australia, a sub 51 second leg there. India, well, they were rallying but too late, and then very solid from Mangione to bring them home.
The women's 4x400 meters relay at the World Athletics Relays in Nassau delivered one of the most surprising and dominant performances of the entire qualifying round, as Italy produced a breathtaking run that stunned traditional powerhouses such as the Netherlands, Canada, and Australia. This race was not just about advancing to the Olympics. It was a clear statement that Italy has transformed itself into a genuine contender in a discipline long controlled by North American and European giants. From the very first leg, Italy showed aggressive intent. Their opening runner split an impressive 52.12, immediately placing the team in the leading pack and applying early pressure on the field. But the key to Italy's victory was not just one strong leg, it was consistency. Their second and third runners maintained the rhythm with 52.05 and 51.55, reducing any opportunity for their rivals to close the gap. By the time the anchor took the baton, Italy looked controlled, confident, and fully aware that a historic qualification was within reach. The final split of 50.56, one of the fastest of the entire round, sealed a phenomenal overall time of 3 minutes and 26.28 seconds, the best performance in the heat and one of the most balanced collective displays of the competition. Canada finished second in 3 minutes and 27.17 seconds, delivering a respectable race with strong middle leg splits, 51.33 and 51.59. However, the gap to Italy grew with each exchange, especially on the anchor leg, where Canada could not match Italy's closing speed. The Netherlands, typically known for their relay depth, ended third with 3 minutes and 28.10 seconds. Their opener was slower than expected at 53.21, putting them at an early disadvantage. Despite solid second and third legs, the slight deficit proved too much to overcome. Australia's fourth-place finish in 3 minutes and 28.20 seconds showed promising internal consistency, but a weaker second leg left them chasing from behind. India, Switzerland, and Zambia completed the standings, each showing flashes of potential but lacking the sub-52 stability needed to challenge the top nations. What made Italy's performance particularly stunning was the psychological impact. The Netherlands and Canada entered as favorites, but Italy dismantled the hierarchy with precision, discipline, and absolute confidence. Their ability to stay calm under pressure, maintain perfect exchanges, and finish with one of the fastest anchors of the day hinted at a team not merely aiming for Olympic qualification, but aiming to fight for a final in Paris. This race also revealed broader trends in women's 4x400 global competition. Nations with balanced squads, rather than relying on one superstar, are becoming increasingly dangerous. Italy showcased exactly that. 4 athletes delivering 4 legs with no weaknesses, no panic, and no tactical errors. In relay strategy, this is the ultimate formula for success. As the teams head toward Paris, the message from Nassau is clear. Italy is no longer the underdog. With this performance, they have officially entered the conversation among the world's strongest relay teams. And if they can replicate this form in the Olympic rounds, the women's 4x400 final may have a new unexpected protagonist.